Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So today we are going to see what we call parts of photographs. Photographs has its parts and they are very, very important. They are very crucial when it comes to describing the position and location of features on the photograph. I think you remember on maps, in the map reading, ways of showing position and location of features on maps. I think if you remember, you can mention them down there, but those ways are very, very important. If we want to show features, their location, describing different features on the map, we can use those ways. So if you can remember them, I think if you have remembered, we have grid reference, we can use compass directions, we have compass bearings, we have latitudes and longitudes, and we have place names. I think they are very, very important when it comes to map. But when it comes to photographic interpretation, in photographs we don't have such ways, but we use its parts to show location and the position of features on photographs. It is very essential and very important when it comes to description and the interpretation of photographs. So photographs, location, subhanallah. Parts of photographs, they are categorized into two. So the first category is what we call horizontal parts. So a photograph can be divided into three horizontal parts. The first one is what we call foreground, is the nearest to the camera, the nearest part of the photograph. Also, we have what we call the middle ground. It is the part which is the middle, and the last one is what we call a background, the farthest, which is at the back of the photograph. I think with the on our photograph here, we can have those parts. So if you can see that photograph there, if we divide it in two horizontal parts, we can maybe draw lines here, the first one there, then we draw another line. So we have three parts of photographs. The first one, which is at the fore, it is what we call the foreground. So that foreground is the part, when you are taking the photo, it is the part or the objects which will be near to the camera or the photographer. Then you have middle ground, and lastly we have what we call background. So those are the three parts of horizontal parts of photograph. So those are the major parts we normally use. But also we can divide a photograph into what we call a vertical division or vertical parts, where we shall get left, center, and right. So maybe in our photograph, if we try to draw, and we draw those lines, we go to three vertical parts. The first one, we have left, we are going to have center, and last one is what we call right. So those are the three vertical divisions of photographs. So if we join them, we can get 9 parts of photographs. As I draw these horizontal first, then I draw the vertical lines. So we have 9 parts. I think you can name them. For example, we have that center background. We have another example there. It is right foreground. And many, as they are numbered there, I think you can fill in the remaining parts. So lastly, on the parts of photograph, there is what we call a skyline. We are going to see what we call a skyline, and then the significance or importance of the parts of photographs. So they are different importance. The first one, they are used in the location and position of features. As we have said, you can tell someone that the feature is found in the foreground, there is a house in the background, and many others. They are used in sketching and drawing of diagrams. While drawing photographs or diagrams from photographs, we use those parts, and also they are used to identify the type of photograph. I think you know that. How can you determine the type of photograph? By using the parts of photograph. So those are the parts, as you can see them there. If we remove those parts, I think you can see how the photograph look like. So you can describe the photograph using its parts. Thank you. We shall begin from there.